Freedom March with Rodney Munker. Up next on ILTV.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of ILS or the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a product of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented, in part or entirety, without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights are reserved.
Marijuana is a dangerous drug.
The Queen is dead! God save the King!
There can never be rape in marriage. BMW sound like bad mad wagon. Not only am I saved, I'm saved and sanctified. The revolution is alive, and we must continue to document it.
Freedom!
Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Roman Catholic Church. Today is Thursday, the 5th of December, 2024. So I welcome each and every one of you who is joining me here live on Freedom March. To my right is my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Yesterday, the Free National Movement has challenged the Progressive Liberal Party to stamp out corruption. It is a major, major challenge. The question now is, will the governing Progressive Liberal Party accept the challenge and move resolutely to stamp out all forms of corruption? And so today, I shall suggest to the Progressive Liberal Party the first act of stamping out corruption. You will recall that the deputy leader of the Free National Movement, Shenandoah Cartwright, brazenly and boldly grabbed the mace and fling it outside. You may have forgotten that Shenandoah has been called upon to give an accounting for approximately $36 million. And I tell you as an F&M that had Shenandoah not been a special F&M, he would have been called upon to give an accounting. I'm going to warn the PLP publicly. It must proceed with this investigation so that we can stamp out all forms of corruption. And if the PLP continue not to move forward in the investigation against Shenandoah Cartwright and the $36 million, it will force me to tell the country why the PLP is not moving against them. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Will the PLP move to stamp out all forms of corruption? Let's start with Shenandoah. It's powerful today.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Well, an interesting development is taking place between the Bahamas and the United States, according to news reports. Apparently, the incoming Donald Trump administration has made contact with the Philip Brave Davis administration here in the Bahamas, asking for the cooperation of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, if I understand it clearly, because these are diplomatic talks. I'm not very good at understanding diplomatic talks, but from the little that I understand, it appears that the Trump incoming administration, who's getting ready to round up all illegal immigrants in the United States, I get the impression that they've asked Mr. Davis permission to send other nations, aliens who are in the United States unlawfully to the Bahamas. So that is a very interesting development. I'm proud to announce that the Prime Minister immediately responded to that request, and Prime Minister Philip Davis has rejected that request. And so we will look at that, because that is highly significant, and it is perhaps the first official contact that I'm aware of publicly. I'm not saying that the Davis administration may not have had previous contact with the incoming Donald Trump's administration, but certainly this is what we are hearing. I think it's significant to take note that this is the request of President Trump, and I think it is super important to take note that Mr. Davis, by rejecting that request, is standing up and defending the sovereignty of the Bahamas. We'll talk about it because I think it's nice. Bradley, are you ready to gossip the gospel?
Absolutely, Santa. We're going to read today from the book of St. John. The chapter is chapter 14 and verses 1 through 9. Pay very attention to the language here. For most folks who don't believe that Jesus Christ is in fact God, here's what the Bible says. Let not your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions, and if it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. And whither I go you know, and the way you know. Thomas said unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If you had known me, you should have known my Father also. And from henceforth you know him and have seen him. Philip said unto him, Lord, show us the Father, and it is sufficient for us. Jesus said unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast not known me, Philip? He that has seen me has seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? St. John, chapter 14, 1 through 9, King James Version. The word of God is very blessed. Amen. Thank you, producer. Take it away, Sandra.
Spiritual advisor.
All right.
Well, folks, the latest report we are receiving is that the incoming Trump administration has made a request from the Bahamas government to, I hope I understand it correctly, share, or for the Bahamas to accept foreign immigrants who are in the United States unlawfully. And we are understanding that the Prime Minister, Philip Davis, has immediately responded to that request and has rejected the request. And I call on every Bahamian, including FNMs, that they should support Prime Minister Philip Davis and the Progressive Liberal Party in its stand in saying to President Donald Trump, incoming administration, that we cannot afford to accept foreign immigrants. Now, if Donald Trump and the American government are sending Bahamians to the Bahamas, then I say we have to welcome them. So any Bahamian who is in the United States unlawfully, and if Mr. Trump is sending them to the Bahamas, I don't even think he needs permission. Once he can prove to us that they are citizens, we should welcome every citizen home. So let's look at what one of the media has reported. Government rejects requests to deport migrants from U.S. to the Bahamas. A proposal by the incoming Donald Trump administration to deport immigrants, or should I say to deport migrants from other countries to the Bahamas, has been, quote, firmly rejected by Prime Minister Philip Davis after a report in the U.S. that the incoming administration was preparing a list of countries to which it may deport migrants when their home country refused to accept them, including the Bahamas. The Bahamas government today issued a statement. The Office of the Prime Minister statement said, and I quote, "This matter was presented to the government of the Bahamas, but was reviewed and firmly rejected by the Prime Minister," end quote. The statement added, and I quote, "The Bahamas simply does not have the resources to accommodate such a request," end quote. It continued, and I quote, "Since the Prime Minister's rejection of this proposal, there has been no further engagement or discussion with the Trump transition team or any other entity regarding this matter. The government of the Bahamas remains committed in its position. President-elect Trump's inauguration will be held on January 20th. The other countries listed in the U.S. report included, but may not be limited to, the Turks and Caicos, Panama, and Grenada. So everybody knows that I support President Donald Trump and his incoming administration, but on the issue of sovereignty and on the issue of accepting other people's citizens, no. The Commonwealth of the Bahamas cannot do that, and I therefore throw the full support of Freedom March behind Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis and the governing Progressive Liberal Party. It's powerful. My spiritual advisor, it's a new development.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I guess you're going to have to go with the country.
Say it again?
We're going to have to go with the Prime Minister on this one because it's an interesting thing the Trump administrators, those who are part of his transition team. What a proposal. So 50,000 citizens from south of the border, if their country reject them, he wants countries like Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, Grenada, and Panama. Is it Panama? What countries is this now? Yeah, and Panama, right? He wants these countries to consider taking these people on. God, that is ridiculous. I don't even know how to process that one, to be honest with you. That's
Well,
crazy.
I don't know why you would want to identify Haitians if there were 50.
No.
You said
I say
to the south.
50,000 south of the United States border is Mexicans, man. South of the U.S. border.
Sort of the U.S. border.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Mexicans.
Well, let's go. Let's talk about.
Uh,
All right.
so
Mexican.
how you can send 50,000 Mexicans?
Well, I don't think Trump
between-
wants to send 50,000
You,
Mexicans.
you understand how many people in Florida alone
Okay.
he wants to deport?
Okay.
You may give you the figure?
Well, we have rejected it.
You may give you the figure?
You may tell me.
How much he wants to deport out of Florida alone?
How many?
1.1 million.
Okay. Well, I have no
Where
problem with
these
that.
people going?
What do you mean by they going? Just hold on, son. Daily 4. I want you to listen to me.
One-
Daily
one-
Listen to me. Listen to me. Daily 4 is in
Relax,
Miami.
man.
Lord Jesus.
I looking out for you, You was a
Lord,
man, you're not
Lord.
doing well.
I want you to listen to me. Daily 4 is in Miami.
Who's Delhi for? Now you know he in Miami, and you ain't saying nothing but that all this time. You wait for Trump to now signal that he can send him back home.
And
Yeah, I'm
if-
talking about cover up. You see that, right? You know this man in Miami. They're your
It's
people.
busy. May I put my case? Daily 4 is in Miami. I've not seen Daily 4 in about 30 years. The greatest joy, my heart leaps for joy when Daily 4 returns.
Okay, so you can stay at your place.
Huh?
You only want him come, right?
Who, Daily 4?
Yeah.
Daily 4 got to come with the wife, the children, and the
Oh, yeah,
grandchildren.
okay, so that's a different case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But Daily 4 is Bahamian. So if Trump says that there's 1 million people in
Florida alone, he wants to deport.
as many as is citizen of the Bahamas, I welcome them. Say, I'm not going to turn away any Bahamian, nor will I support anyone who says or who argues that we should not welcome Bahamians. Well, where the hell Bahamians going?
Yeah, Bahamians are welcome to come back.
You agree?
And there are a lot of Bahamians in the States whose documents are not straight.
Okay.
So,
So they can-
what they should do is the government needs to send a general invitation to all Bahamians living in the United States. Listen, if you're in the United States and you're there illegally, please come home.
Well, I don't know if that's the government's business.
Before you're deported.
I don't know if that's the government's business.
All right.
I'm
So-
an adult.
So let them stay until Trump catch them then.
I'm an adult. And if I choose to go to Mexico, the Mexican let me in and I asked them, where is the border? And they said, that tall wall over there. And if I climb over the wall, how do I get Mr. Davis' business? And I 68.
Still a Bahamian citizen.
No. How if I climbing over the
Yeah,
American
well, don't worry about that part. When
wall?
you're caught and have to be sent back, then it becomes Mr. Davis' business.
Even then, that is not his business because I coming home. Every
Okay.
time I go home, ain't nobody business.
Okay. All right, let's move on because I could never win with you.
It's a basic egg.
We're just.
Boy. Anyway, the government is on the right track. President Trump, we can't accept non-citizen. But if you could round up all Bahamians, I'll have no problem in meeting them at the airport. I think it's powerful. Okay, Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Well, that's an interesting development. That Trump
ahead.
administration they can be moving ahead very swiftly with that once he becomes president. Mass deportation, he says, on the day he is sworn in, it kicks in. So
I don't know what you're talking about. You know, President Obama deported more people than any white president of the United
Okay,
States.
all right.
I mean, you guys are racist, huh? Just because
this is not. It's
Obama.
not let's
is
stick to
mixed
this. Let's
ra-
stick to the subject.
No.
Here's what Donald Trump wanted to do. Donald Trump wanted to other countries, they accept people who are not accepted by their own country.
There's nothing wrong
that
with that.
even make no sense.
That isn't true. That isn't true. If you can find any country that is lucky and is willing to do so, Donald Trump is correct. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, we have said to Mr. President, no, we cannot accept them. But if he could find somebody who's prepared to take 50,000 Cuban, 50,000 Mexican, 50,000 Chinese, that ain't my business.
You know what I thought about though? Why doesn't the Trump administration look at all those folks who are in the country legally on a case by case basis and just legalize them one time?
I'm not going to get into that.
See what I'm saying?
I'm not going to get into that.
I mean, they're still they're surviving, they're
You
working.
want Trump
it isn't
to
affecting the economy.
legalize murderers.
That's why I did say case by case, Rodney. So that
Did you hear what Trump said?
What that does?
Trump said they are rapists, they're murderers.
So that's a case you
they're
expel.
drug smugglers.
You expel that case.
All right?
So you
I'm not
expel
gonna
that
get into
case.
that because I can't tell everybody look alike to me.
But there are some people in the United States who are there and they're making viable contribution.
What?
They may not
I
be
don't
legal.
know. I don't go to America, so I don't know who making
Yeah.
legal
But
contribution.
that suggestion doesn't make any sense to me.
But you're not an American.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to have them come here. But I have no problem if Mr. Trump sends some to Panama or the Turks and Caicos. Okay? But as the Prime Minister say, we're not going to accept any here. And that's it. And we still love the United States. We still love the Americans. We're still committed against drug smuggling, gun running. We're still committed to that, aren't we?
So what happens if when rounding up these illegals, I think the policy is that they send you back to the country that you originated from.
Okay.
What happens if they find out that about 100,000 Haitians smuggle their way from the Bahamas into America? That means they'll have to come back here. What would the Bahamas government do?
Well, the Bahamas government will have to accept them,
Okay.
since you think that's how it happened.
Don't forget, you say they're getting into America through Airbnb. Don't forget that now.
Yes!
Okay.
And you only
So-
close them down? Yes!
Yeah. So now they backtrack and send them back this
This
way.
is freedom match. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. President Donald Trump, we don't want no non-Bahamians. This is powerful. We'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker, and I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to pay some bills. Bradley?
Multi-Discount is a store, thank you, Senator, located at Monroe Avenue, offering a wide range of home goods and appliances at affordable prices, and they cater to various styles from simple to sophisticated, making them a great option for new and old parents or anyone who's just looking to freshen up their home. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally to Western Union with MoneyMax. Download the MoneyMax app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax. Live your max life. Back to you, Sandra.
This is powerful. Well, folks, yesterday in the House of Assembly, there was great antics, great excitement as the FNM fought to stamp out corruption in the country. This would be in the aftermath of the United States authorities arresting Chief Superintendent Elvis Curtis and a number of other law enforcement officers. And so there's been big protests, and the FNM wants corruption to be stamped out, and the FNM is correct. See, we have to be honest. They're right for calling on the PLP to stamp out corruption. Among those person who has led the uprising in the House of Assembly is the Deputy Leader of His Majesty's Opposition, Shenandoah Cartwright. You may not be aware, but Shenandoah Cartwright has been the subject of a police investigation in the aftermath of him being responsible for public beaches and parks. I'm certain that you will remember that Shenandoah had been called upon to give an accounting for over $36 million. To date, the Progressive Liberal Party has pussyfooted on that issue. Now, notwithstanding that I support the Progressive Liberal Party by just voting for them, I've always watched it and said to myself, why is the PLP dragging its foot on a matter that is as fundamental as this is, taking into consideration the alleged allegation is the misappropriation of $36 million. Now, no investigation is taking place. We do know that Shenandoah had been invited at CDU, and it is alleged that he did in fact show up. Do I have to read the report? And do I have to look at what opposition leader Michael Pintard said after a chartered accounting firm looked at the various misappropriation of public funds when we, the FNM, were in charge of the country? Certainly, the PLP must learn a lesson from this. Yeah, Shenandoah handsome. Yeah, Shenandoah got curly hair. Yeah, we know Shenandoah and we like Shenandoah. Yeah, Shenandoah might look like Chinese, But those things are superficial. Because in the fullness of time, Shenandoah will turn ugly. Because all young people eventually get old and they turn ugly. You see how ugly I am now? So, what argument is this that is being advanced? What argument is this? Is the PLP going to listen to sober advice to stamp out corruption? And when are we going to call upon the deputy leader? See, Shenandoah holds a unique position. Who is Shenandoah Cartwright? Not only is he the member of parliament for St. Barnabas, he happens to be the king's deputy leader of the opposition. You heard me? And if Michael Pentard had the intellectuality like the late Norman Solomon had, he would have already formally announced that Shenandoah is the deputy leader of the opposition. The time has come for the PLP to do what it has to do. Shenandoah must give an accounting of the people's money. I'm not suggesting that he's done anything wrong, you know. I'm not accusing him of any crime. I merely say that he must tell us what happened to the $36 billion. Who did he spend it on? This is what don't forget what the allegation was. Remember the woman and who signed the signature? You never forget it. I couldn't sleep last night. I lie in my bed, I turn upside down, and I said to myself, can't the PLP understand that the FNM is demanding that we clean up all forms of corruption? Not only corruption in the police, you know, but corruption in the body politic. You know what is $36 million? Do you know what is $36 million? And there is no proper accounting as public funds are used as slush. And then after, the PLP, for wrong reasons, refused to have Shenandoah testify. There it is. And I could understand some PLPs have soft heart. Some have soft heart when men cry. Shenandoah is like me. I'm very emotional. But usually when I'm shedding tears, it is for people. When Shenandoah sheds tears, it is for him. Ask the police when he was at CDU and he began to cry. He was not crying for any individual. When I cry for the people. I love the people. When Shenandoah cried, he cried because he was able to understand the system. Something has to be done. I have the information here, and I'm going to see if I can incite my spiritual advisor to read it.
Nah, that's all right.
I can't get you to read this.
No, you have an agenda, so you continue. You this is your business, you know. You call this, so you read it.
My spiritual advisor.
No, sir. I'm not reading it, okay?
Do you believe in the rule of law?
I am not reading it.
Do you believe that Shenandoah should be accountable?
Senator,
Don't you believe?
Everybody who sits in the House with the people's business is supposed to be accountable for.
So we're now
every
talking about
action.
a specific person.
Everybody.
Shall you join me in calling Shenandoah to accountability?
No, I don't know why you wait till this time to deal with that after all these years. So obviously you have an agenda. Listen, Senator, run your agenda by yourself, all right?
Just help
Don't
me
get
out.
me. No, sir.
You're not going to read
No,
it?
sir.
You're not going to stand
No,
up for
sir.
truth?
No, sir.
You're not going to stand up that
The truth?
righteousness exalts a nation?
Yeah, with sinners report. Listen,
You're not prepared to do that?
Senator.
You're prepared to compromise
No,
Christianity
no,
because of
You
Shenandoah?
put me on no guilt trip. You can try all you want.
Wow.
I'm bigger than that, man.
I know you're bigger than that. It's amazing, as big as he is. It's amazing. Yesterday, you praised the thuggery of Shenandoah Cartwright. You said democracy was at place. You said that Shenandoah was stamping out corruption. Now today I bring you a plate full
Yeah.
of his alleged...
So isn't the government investigating this matter?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out now. It appears that the government isn't.
If they're investigating it, then let them investigate
Well,
it.
shall you join me in calling
Sandra,
on
you are doing your job.
my
Just
spiritual
go ahead and do
advisor,
it.
as a man of God,
Yeah, I figured
join me
Yeah.
in asking the government to do its job. Do you believe the government should do its job?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you believe the government should stamp out corruption?
Always.
It's amazing. eh?
Always.
Ah, boy, it's amazing.
Always. You run your own game.
Wow.
Run it, man. You're good.
My spiritual advisor, I believe
Yeah.
if we can catch a politician, we should
Let me
catch
ask
a
you a question. You said you want to know who Shenandoah spent this $36 million on. So you mean to tell me now that this man who was the former Beaches and Parks chairman, he spent the money on a person, or did he spend it on a project?
If he spend it on,
You say who he spent it on. That was your thing. You want to find out who Shenandoah spent the money on. So it's a person that he spent the money on?
or
He was running Beaches and Parks, and they had various contracts and projects that they did for the government.
Okay.
You want him to give proper accounting for that, right?
I want
Well,
him
that's fair. That's fair. If he, as a Beaches and Parks chairman, they had projects, they had voyages to keep clear, they had parks to clean, beaches to clean. Yes. So all he has to do is go back to the books and look at all of the contracts that were issued, all of the amounts of the contracts, who they were issued to it, and how the money was dispersed, and bang. So once they do a forensic audit, while he was Beaches and
Do you
Parks
remember-
chairman, then that's fine. That's
Well,
fine.
But let's test you.
That's
then.
fine.
May I test you?
You don't have to test me or anything. That is the way it's done. All you have to do is just go back
Do you remember?
to the time he was Beaches and Parks chairman and do a forensic audit on all the contracts that were issued by that department.
Do you remember
Simple.
the little piece of paper that they would sign? You remember the little piece of paper?
What little piece of paper?
Like the piece you submitted.
The contract has a few pages. Now, which page you interested in?
I'm referring to the little piece that you submitted.
What little piece you talking about? Because there's no little piece. There are pages of contract. I'll have to go and get that because I have that someplace home to see exactly. It's no little piece of paper. The contract has 5 or 7 pages, and each page explains to you exactly how the contract is supposed to operate. And of course, it has authorized signatures. So,
It's amazing.
yeah, you know what you're doing. Everybody knows what you're doing, you know.
What am I doing, my spiritual
You
advisor?
do something else.
What am I doing?
Everybody knows exactly what you're doing. And the thing about it, what constituency you live in?
I live in Shenandoah constituency.
Okay. That is your member of parliament.
He is my member of
And
parliament.
you have not thought it right that you should go, knock on his office, sit down, and have a talk with him.
We can't find Shenandoah. My brother, we cannot find Shenandoah. All over St.
How come I
Barnabas.
can find him?
You could find him because you are his defender here.
How come I can find him?
Tell me where to find him.
I'll tell you where to find him off here.
Wow, it's powerful. So, folks, we have to look at
Man, I tell you.
we have to look at a very piece of historical information involving Shenandoah Cartwright and the leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard, because we're going to deal with corruption and taking into consideration that the Americans are now suspicious of a politician, and then taking into consideration that since the sting operation has been going on, see, notwithstanding that the indictment alleges that it has been going on from the 13th of May 2021. During that period of time, we have seen police officers who were entrapped in the southern part of the Bahamas. We have seen a policeman See, nobody's going to tell it to you. All right? We've seen a policeman who the Americans came so close to entrapping him that he reassigned himself from that area where the Americans had a dirty trap, and he moved himself to a clean area. And he then started going to church, and it appears that he's been going straight. So all this surprise that everybody has, I don't know what we all surprised about, because over a period of time, we saw entrapment. And Marvin will tell you about the wonderful relationship he has with the U.S., but they made sure they didn't tell him. Because the Americans recognize that all of us are family. All of us are close. And they smart enough to know that if I was to hear it, I got to turn to Joe Black and say, boy, Joe Black, you down there in Crooked Island smuggling dope, mind the Americans watching us, So since they realized that, they ain't tell nobody. But we saw all the signs. And the FNM is demanding that the PLP stamp out corruption. Now, watch Dr. Minnis. And there's a lesson that the PLP could learn. When Dr. Minnis came to power, he decided that there were certain PLPs he was going after. Now, there was a particular PLP that he was wrong to go after, and I always feel bad about it because I believe I caused him to go after Shane Gibson, and my heart gets full. Shane Gibson did give Dr. Minnis' daddy a juicy contract. You heard me? How the hell I got to know? And if you were Dr. Minnis and you discover that I know the juicy contract his father got, you gotta blame Shane. The only person in the world could have possibly told me was Shane Gibson. But what are the facts? Shane Gibson is innocent. He ain't tell me. If Dr. Minnis was to find out who told me, he would beat the hell out of her. Okay? So, Dr. Minnis went after various PLPs. The Prime Minister has been very lenient with PLPs. And I must confess that I could share some blame, because leading up to the campaign, when I run into the Prime Minister, I beg and say, now Prime Minister, when the PLP come to power, don't do this to Dr. So-and-so, or don't do this to so-and-so. I plead, people don't know what kind of man I am. But Minnis went after. Now what is happening is the PLP has eased up on the pursuit. And one of the PLP favorite is Shenandoah Gibson. No one will tell that to you.
Shenandoah Gibson?
Not Shenandoah Gibson, but Shenandoah Cartwright. Sorry for that. Shenandoah Cartwright. And the PLPs must now pressurize the government to continue its investigation. And FNMs must call on Shenandoah to hold a press conference and give us a public accounting of the $36 million. Only in the Bahamas can a politician spend $36 million and not give an accounting for it. And everybody knows that my spiritual advisor is a man of integrity until it comes to Shenandoah. And my spiritual advisor has forgotten all of them who had little paper. See,
What little paper you talking about, man?
What they don't know is
What little paper you talking
is
about?
the government change.
What little paper you talking about, Santa?
The government change.
What little-
And many of them Their contract was on little paper.
Oh,
All right?
well, I had a legitimate contract.
Of course, your contract is legitimate.
I know what you're talking about.
You don't got to worry about nothing, my spiritual
Little
advisor.
paper.
Huh? Little paper. Then the
But that
woman
ain't no
say,
contract. If the contract on little paper, it ain't no contract.
then the woman say, ain't her who signed. And Shannon Dawes said, ain't him who signed. So this is what is going on. And we're not doing anything to Shannon Oyena. This is politics. We saw politics at its extreme yesterday. And we saw a push by the FNM to stamp out corruption. But yet the PLP refuses to make Shannon Dawes give an accounting of $36 million. My spiritual
But that
advisor,
would be very negligent on the government's behalf not to have a man. You know, it's $36 million. That's a lot of money, all right? And it's public funds. And for the government not to have him make proper accounting just doesn't make any good sense to me. So, you know, let's see how that goes.
so you agree that the government should
Well,
make...
of course, what you mean? $36 million is a lot of money
Okay,
of public funds.
okay.
All right? But, you know, run your game, man.
The paper! The paper! All right? Now, should I go into this comment here? You know, I want to be fair to my spiritual advisor because I need a man who's going to give me spiritual advice. This year is to cramp him.
No, so plan and call it really? So who knows it was planned?
I only want you to know how corrupt we are. I only want you to
So
know
all that was premeditated before they went to the house.
all I want you to know before we F&M talk, we are guilty as well. The problem is the PLP will not expose us. All right? They will not. All right? So therein lies the problem. Now, are you going to authorize me to drop this bombshell?
Man, Sandra, go ahead, man.
You sure?
Let's go ahead. We can.
You know, I'm prepared to compromise for you, know.
And let's see if we could find that clip with G Money calling for the resignation of the Speaker of the House.
You're not playing any F&M propaganda on this
He's
show.
a PLP.
I don't
He's a
care
PLP.
what he is.
He's a
You're
PLP.
not playing
Let's see what he has to say.
No. You tell him to play
He's a PLP.
what the Lord say. All right? Now, Shannon Cartwright. Breaking. Shannon Cartwright throws Mace from the house. Yeah.
Producer.
No.
Let's get a laugh, man. Let's see what G Money has to say.
Listen to me.
Huh?
Don't put up that man.
Sandra,
spiritual
let's
advice-
see what G Money has to say.
Do you know him?
Yeah, man.
Where you know him from?
He has a stall at the fish fry,
Where
man.
do you know him
He's a
from?
big time PLP, man.
No. Please don't put him.
Sandra, he's more PLP than you.
I'm not a PLP.
You understand that, right?
I'm not a PLP.
Right, so let's.
Right.
He has a fair criticism.
No.
And he's calling, he's saying,
I'm
well,
not taking
while the
any-
Prime Minister
any
accepted resignation, the Prime Minister also accepted the resignation of
I
the
think
Speaker of
the
the House.
Speaker is doing a wonderful job.
Let's go, G Money.
Please don't put that man up on this TV. All right? Opposition leader Michael Pintard said yesterday that while the Free National Movement is prepared to accept criticism related to deficiencies of protocol at the Bahamas Public Parks and Beaches Authority and other government ministries, the Davis administration and those who request it ought to demonstrate the intellectual honesty. During a press conference at the F&M headquarters on Mackey Street, the F&M leader said these deficiencies of financial management of government business and protocols have existed for decades. Yeah. So I'm certain he's referring to Shannon matter, okay? And of course, let me show you another thing. Michael was referring to a report produced by K. Christie and Company Chartered Accountants, which revealed a combination of material weaknesses and significant deficiencies that it said created an environment to facilitate overruns. The authority repeatedly went over its budget, as Shenandoah, by millions, had irregularities related to the issuance of contract. Remember I told you about the little pieces of paper? Did not require know your customer identifications from vendors to be placed on file. Multiple contracts were issued to individuals using deficient companies. The PLP should listen to the F&M. The PLP and the F&M should join forces and stamp out corruption. Let us now continue with Shenandoah Cartwright in his crusade to stamp out corruption. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. I'll be right back.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and there's breaking news taking place. We are receiving reports that the High Command at police headquarters has made some very powerful recommendation. Among the recommendation is that, find me the picture of Chief Superintendent Elvis Curtis, that he be removed as Chief Superintendent of Police by virtue of the fact that he is unable to perform his job in his capacity. As we all know, he is currently in prison in the United States of America. So their police headquarters has now recommended that he be fired as Chief Superintendent. And then, of course, there is another officer. You know, they throw these news at me so quickly, and I'm expected to grab it and memorize it. So the other police officer, he has been fired. So this is what is taking place as we move to reform the police force, stamp out corruption, and it's powerful. My Negro brother, are you ready for me yet, or should I run on?
Don't run on, please.
Okay, well, I have with me in studio, this would be Santa Claus,
Who?
Ian Thomas. Ian, welcome to Freedom March.
Welcome to my show, Rodney Monker. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Well, I thank you.
Everybody loves when I bring you on Freedom
Really?
March. Yeah.
What have you bought?
What I bought? I
Yeah.
bought all kind of different things.
Tell
Let
me
me
about
introduce myself first, man. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Thomas, and I am from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers, of course, is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. Blast. So if
E-blast.
you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Dial 552-0212. That's 552-0212. What you saying, Rodney Monker? Go. You
Well,
cool?
If I was in France, I would say comme ci, comme ça, so.
Well, I would have to go and Google what that means.
Okay.
But I hope that means you're doing good. Listen, you wear shoes?
I do wear shoes.
Okay, good. So,
Did you bring me a pair?
I can tell you where to go get a pair from.
Really?
Shoe Depot.
Really?
Shoe Depot, man. You know what it? Go
What
ahead.
would it cost me?
It costs you not too much because they're having a big like discounted thing going on right now with their shoes. Yeah, they have two locations. First location I want to tell you about, Shoe Depot. They are located in the Golden Gates Plaza
Okay.
and in the Palmdale Plaza. You know where the Palmdale Plaza is?
I do know where both of them are.
Okay, good. So you want to go there and check them out. They have an enormous selection of new styles arriving all the time for this festive season, of course, Christmas. Ladies, incredible heels and wedges for this season. You want to go to parties and church functions, sparkly shoes, sexy, glamorous sandals, plus comfortable casual slippers. Plus, they got Skechers, athletics for the gym. I know you like to you like to wear your Crocs and nice, comfortable shoes. So these are some nice alternatives that they have down there at the Shoe Depot. They got also men's dress and casual styles from boatmen to Oxford to sandals to athletics and boots. Kids. You want to get your kids some footwear. You want to go down to the Shoe Depot, and they have a collection of sandals, athletics, church, and casual footwear for toddlers and tweens, work safety and non-slip footwear for men and women, large collection of slip-resistant and safety footwear for people who work in the hospital, the restaurant, and healthcare, because, you know, you can fall down in some of these places. You know, the floor is always heavily traveled. So you want to go down and check them out. Professionals as well as construction officers, construction workers, and security officers, and uniform professionals. So this is all you can find down there at the Shoe Depot. You want to go online and check them out at shop.shoedepotbahamas.com. The phone number is 359. This is their WhatsApp number, 359-0400. 359-0400. 359-0400. And remember, they deliver to the mailboat for those who can't get off from work. They also have a Rewards Club savings card that they have down there. It's free, super easy to join up. You just start earning and saving immediately after you have access. And if you let the people know, hey, you heard it here today, they're going to give you a special 20% discount. 20% discount. So I want you to check out the Shoe Depot, and they
Where
have.
should you say you heard it today?
Where should you say? Right here on Straight Flash and Ruiz Words.
Tell the
Freedom
public.
March with this man, Rodney Munker. That's your name, right?
And where will you get this reward?
At the Shoe Depot.
Okay.
You go to Shoe Depot and you get the rewards and you have yourself a good time and you get shoes for the entire family, man. I love it. I've been working with them now for over 10 years.
Really?
We have a great relationship. Matthew Cole is an amazing person and he's a wonderful manager and he gets everything done. And I just enjoy working along with them. So go check out the Shoe Depot and get all the great savings and all that stuff. Cycles Unlimited. When you were a kid, did you get bicycles for the Christmas time? Kids don't really.
Bicycle?
Yeah.
No, I used to get
Scooter. Them little push scooter.
okay.
I know, I'm just asking.
Okay.
Okay, well, whatever. But if you.
I used to get box cart.
Box cart. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you used to make yours?
No, they used to make it for me.
Oh, okay then. Okay, cool. Well, if you have any children or grandchildren, or if you want a bicycle for you and your and your partner, you want to check out Cycles Unlimited. They are in the Harbor Bay Shopping
Do
Plaza.
they sell motorbike too? I want a
Sell
motorbike.
motorbike. You got it. They got big motorbikes and they got scooters.
I want a small scooter.
Yeah, you got a small scooter. Yeah, it's good for getting around town. You know how to ride a bike? A
Of
scooter?
course.
Okay, I didn't know. All right then. Okay. So it's Christmas time again, ladies and gentlemen. We all know what that means. Get a bike for that little one. I am so tired of seeing all these little kids just staying inside all day playing the video games. They don't get out like how we used to play parking and doing with the spinning top and marbles and stuff. Everyone's just inside all that time. Get them kids out and let them do some type of activity. Get them out there. You want a bicycle? Check out Cycles Unlimited, Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza. The phone number, 393-0155. 393-0155. 393-0155. Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza. Go down there, check them out. You can even put as little as $50 on a bike to reserve it and get the bike. I guess anytime before Christmas, go down there, get yourself a bike. They got mountain bikes for little kids with the little training wheels, and they have everything that goes along with a bike. So you can get helmets, you can get knee pads and elbow pads. If your bike's not working, you can get the chain repaired. You have a flat tire. They can either fix the flat tire for you or sell you everything, all the tubing and all the glue and the patch that go along with it.
Do they sell scooter? I want one of them scooter where I could just stand up on it and it ride me up and down.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they have any of those,
Check 'em
but I
out
will
for me.
definitely ask about that. So they have all the different things down there. Let me turn that phone off. Like I said, bikes that come with training wheels, and you can just go down there and order it today. They're in the Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza. They're no longer on Mackey Street. You can put as little as $50 down, and they have become such a big part of Christmas every year. Get that little one a bike. Teach them how to ride a bike. It's a great time for a dad or a mom to say, come outside, let me take you to the park, or let me teach you how to ride a bike. A child will never forget that moment. Once again, the phone number is 393-0155, 393-0155. They have all the bikes in stock right now, all the aftermarket parts that you need, and like I said, you can get yourself a strong bike. Bikes for little kids, whether you want a mountain bike, a cruiser, a racer, all these are reasonably priced, and also they have scooters and all the parts to go along with it, and they service everything. Go check out Maria. She's down there. She's in charge. All my friends from a long time ago, they're right down there. 393-0155. 393-0155. Cycles Unlimited, Harbor Bay Shopping Plaza. Lord, I forget to tell them about the 12-inch. The 12-inch girls and boys bikes, for $132. That's VAT included. The 18-inch girls and boys bikes, $154, and the 20-inch bikes for $192. All these wonderful things down there. They got the hybrid bikes. The hybrid bikes means if you're tired of riding, you can switch a button and it can ride for you because the bike has a battery.
Really?
Yeah. So you might ride out west, and on the way coming back, you say you're a little tired. You just turn on the hybrid. Now you got powers, just like you have a scooter.
Wow.
Yeah, man. All kind of bikes down there, man. Go check it out, man.
Okay.
And they deliver to the mailboat, so that's very important. That's a wonderful thing. Candid Security. Candid Security. I've been working along with these company. These guys are the #1 place for mobile patrol security, and also if you have big sums of cash that needs to be taken to the bank or wherever, they pick it up from your establishment and they drop it off. Wonderful company. All the top companies use them to transfer money back and forth. So, you know, talk to me, man. How you feel about that? How you feel about that? You're smiling.
I find it amusing.
You find it amusing that you don't have to find someone in your company to carry money. Now you can get a company to come by with their armored vehicles and carry that money for you.
It's powerful.
And all the money is all properly secured, and I'm sure that it's all insured.
Wow.
So isn't that a wonderful thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means if they lose your money,
Yeah.
you get your money back.
You get your money back. You
This
got
is
it.
powerful.
You know what else I like? If you got a store, mom and pop store, ladies clothing store, whatever kind of business you have, they have armed, they have man guards who can go there and who welcome the guest and the customer.
Man guard.
You want to say man guards? I don't mean actual males, but a guard, a body, a person.
Do they have
who can-
woman guard?
They got woman guard too.
Children guard?
Children guard. See, some people on the left hand side, then they get right guard. They get all. This is powerful. That's right, boy. And listen here, man. You want the phone number? They are located in Polaris Drive in Freeport. You know what Polaris Drive is?
Oh, no.
You ain't never been in Freeport? Okay. And in Nassau and Kamika Road. And they say everyone deserves to be safe, and we agree with that. So for companies who value safety, they all turn to Candid Security. Candid Security provides businesses with qualified, trained security guards dedicated to protecting your property and the patrons. So the guards are properly vetted and trained to handle any situation. Like I said, if you're a progressive business and you want to make that switch, call Candid Security right now. They have an impeccable track record when it comes to moving money for companies. And a lot of my customers and clients who I tell them about it, they said, "Wow, Ian, I see why you brag about them. These guys are really, really good.
And they really know how to move money.
They know how to move your money."
I need some money moved from point A to point B.
Yeah.
You think they could do that?
Like a government job.
This is powerful.
Government job. Let me get a phone number, man. 352-5499. 352-5499. In Nassau, 361-5499. 361-5499. Or go online to candidbahamas.net. Now, you can't spell Candid. Candid is C-A-N-D-I-D. C-A-N-D-I-D. CandidBahamas.net. I love these guys. They're incredible. Also, if you have somebody in your family or a friend who's unemployed and they're looking for a job, this is a great time too. They are looking for individuals who'd like to get a career in the security field. The individuals must have a clean police record, good work ethics, and come on in for the interview and join their team, and you might have a great opportunity to move up the ladder with Candid Security.
It's powerful.
You like that?
I love it.
It's good to have security.
And
You
yet-
have security.
Are they really candid?
Yeah, they're really candid. They really, really
Well, if they're
candid.
candid, I'm interested.
So if they candid, they're interested. But you just make me laugh. Yeah, EcoFlow Delta Pro. You know, we talk about this all the time. It's the portable generator.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be at the mercy of the power company. Get yourself a portable generator today. You ain't got to be rich, man. It starts as low as $335. Sometimes I only say it once. I let people know how inexpensive this is. As low as $335, all the way up to $4,224. The reason why there's a gap like that, because it is upgradable. You can buy one unit. If you need more power, you get another unit, and you can add on to that. I love mine. You will love yours too. The reason why I like the portability of it. Why? If I'm going to the family island, I can carry it down there. I go into the beach, I can carry it there. Now, any place I go, I have power at my disposal. Let's just say you at my dispose. Let's just say you have an individual at your house, maybe an elderly person or a young person. They need a powered device, maybe something to help them to breathe, maybe a bed that goes up and down, and there's some other reason why. Oh, a CPAP machine. You know the CPAP? CPAP.
No, I don't.
CPAP machine. That's what people who, when they breathe, and they can't catch themselves. So they need that to be plugged in.
Really?
Yeah, man.
And it's called a
CPAP machine.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want a portable generator, get it for someone for the Christmas. Your mom, your dad, your grandparents. Get it for your son or your daughter. They might have a brand new house. Get it for them so now that when the power goes off, their whole lives are not interrupted. Imagine your power goes off. Now you can have your phone on, you can have your iPad on, you could have your TV on, in some instances you could have your fridge on and your air condition, and sometimes even your washing machine and dryer. How long does it last? It lasts for about 8 to 9 hours of power. It has a huge lithium battery that's inside the device that you can charge it up when you're not using it. You charge it up, plug it into the wall, it charges up, and now you have that power for 8-9 hours. Get yourself a portable generator, EcoFlow Delta Pro portable generator. It's located like right across the road from here. We're on a six-legged roundabout. It's right here on a six-legged roundabout. It's brought to you by the company, the parent company, JS Steel. JS Steel. The phone number for this portable generator, 327-4504. 327-4504. Ask for Jennifer, Sean, or George. 327-4504. Get yourself a portable generator. You're gonna love it. It only starts at $335 up to $4,224, and it's just a wonderful thing to have peace of mind when the power goes out. Don't be at the mercy of the power company. Let your power be on. Give them a call, EcoFlow Delta Pro, 327-4504. Also, I want to tell you about this machine. People keep asking me about that. This is the Tyson Deep Tissue Massage. Oh my God, the thing dropped off. I didn't put it on properly. I wish you could get that for me in a second. But anyway, people get an idea. It's a massage gun.
Put the camera on me so he can get his
right there.
massage gun.
Yes. So the massage. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at all that nice noise. So it's a massage gun. It comes with about 7 to 9 different pieces. So you can have different. You can massage different parts of your body. Mr. Munker loves it. Sometimes he uses it on his hand and everything. So you can massage your neck and your back and all over. You can let your partner massage you. You might have the kids come home from a hard day and get a little bit of pain from playing some sports, and they can massage you. This feels like heaven. It's $149, and it comes with the different heads. You're gonna love it. It has different speeds. Right now it's on 3, and it just goes up. And it massages you so good. Great Christmas gift for mom or dad or anybody. Get it? Give me a call. Ian Thomas, Direct Marketers, 552-0212. That's 552-0212. And I'm going to get you that massage gun. Also, still staying on massages, the massage pillow. We basically sold out of this like the last time we were on the show. Man, the people who watch your show, they is moved right away.
Really?
Rodney Michael, you have some really dedicated people.
And I want to warn you, they nagged me about your number.
You serious?
Seriously.
And my number's so easy. This massage pillow
keep
feels so
telling them
good.
your number, okay?
My number, 552-0212. 552-0212. This massage pillow, $99. Sometimes when I'm home and I don't get a chance to come and watch and sit here with Rodney Munker, and I'm just sitting back chilling at home, I put on my massage pillow. I can put it around my neck. It does a nice kneading massage. I can drop it here to my upper back, lower back, anywhere I want to go, and this is wonderful. Now the difference between these two devices, this one is charged, so it's hands-free. This one, you have to be plugged in, so you can do it at home, or you can have it plugged in while you're in your car, and it gives you a nice massage. Great gift for mom and dad or yourself. Wonderful, wonderful gift. Also, I want to tell you the privacy screen. You're tired of people looking in your yard? You have a wall or a fence?
I have both.
You have both. If you don't have a wall and you have a fence, you're tired of people looking in your yard, get yourself the privacy screen. It's 50 feet long, 6 feet tall. It's affixed right onto your chain link fence, and it's only $189.
Really?
50 feet long. Now you have your privacy. If you can't afford a wall like yourself, and someone only have a fence, you can go ahead and put up that privacy fence, the privacy screen, and no one can look into your yard. It's made of breathable material, so now it's wonderful. You won't have to worry about it being blown down. Everyone's been asking about this. 50 feet long, 6 feet tall, $189. Get yourself Tyson Deep. Get yourself the privacy screen. I'm still thinking about this machine. That's how good it felt. Get yourself the privacy screen, $189. Also, I want to let you guys know, the Bully Pill is here, your favorite. If you want a better relationship with your partner. If you're a man and you want a better relationship with your partner, the intimacy might be gone, or it's not as regular as you want it. Probably because you might be experiencing something down there, whatever it may be medical or psychological or whatever it is. You want these bully pills. There's 6 pills in a bottle. They're $55 for the bottle. They're all natural, so you can take it and not worry about anything. It won't interfere in your medication. When you take them, half an hour later, you drink some water, half an hour later, boom, you have a nice, hard, stiff erection, ready for that night, ready for that wonderful time you're going to enjoy with your partner. Women, get it. Don't be afraid. I know it's a little bit taboo talking about things like this, but get it for that guy. Say, honey, I want to get you this and just give you some energy. Or men, you get it for yourself. You say, you know what? I'm going to give my wife, or my partner, some little extra little oomph tonight. That's what, this is a wonderful, wonderful product to use. You're gonna feel really, really good. I have clients from in their 20s all the way up to men in their I had a guy 82 on the weekend. 82 years old, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
82.
Yeah, and he got himself the bully pills.
Bully pills.
Yeah, I call him Clarence Carter. Stroke it, Clarence Carter.
Really?
But don't stroke so bad. Yeah, so it's a wonderful, wonderful pill. It's only $55 for a bottle of 6. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to wake up that sleeping giant. You know,
It sounds like he ain't scared.
give me a call, Ian Thomas. Direct Marketers 5520212, 5520212. And they're ready, like the laugh bait. And you know these bully pills is the way to go. It saves a relationship sometimes.
Bully pills.
Sometimes a man might be in a relationship with a woman who might be 5, 10, 15 years his junior. So he thinking that he's doing, something amazing, but he's not at his peak.
This is a bedroom bully.
It's the bedroom bully. That's my boy. The bedroom bully. Say, I endorse the bedroom bully. Say it. Go ahead.
My bully get lost in the bush. My bully get lost.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, hey, Ronnie, you know what time it is. Last before I go, I think my time might be winding down. If you know someone who needs to find out if they're the biological father of a child, you want to call DNA Direct at 324-0665. Get a DNA test for as low as $450. The reason why people choose DNA Direct, they're the least expensive on the island at $450.
Really?
They have a payment plan. You can do half down and pay the balance when the results come in. And they have a mobile service available 7 days a week between 7 and 7. So that means you don't even have to move.
Now, if the child turned out not to be your child, do you
Yes.
still have to pay the balance?
Yeah, what you mean? The people want their money back. They ain't telling you. That's your wife. That's your wife. You around there, you dealing with someone who dealing with someone, and you don't know what time it is, and you don't want to pay these people their balance.
Can you do DNA on neighbors?
You can do DNA on neighbors. People live in the back of you, in the front of you. You can do DNA on all of them. People you've been to school, man.
I got some people living opposite me. I don't know if they're my neighbors.
you was hear them rowing?
Yeah.
They just come outside in their underpants?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then there's your neighbors. They just ask you for sugar. You get any lime?
Sugar.
Yes, there's your neighbors. Get a DNA test, ladies and gentlemen. Get a DNA test. Prove or disprove that you're the biological father of a child. Find out if someone's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your grandparent. Call DNA Direct now. 324-0665. That's 324-0665. Get a DNA test today. DNA Direct, when knowing the truth matters. How you feel, man?
DNA will empower you.
DNA would empower you?
Do you have a Chinese baby?
Do you have a Chinese baby?
And you need to know who baby it is?
Yeah.
DNA.
DNA, that's right.
It's
DNA,
powerful.
I love this endorsement. DNA Direct, when knowing the truth matters. You need to know the truth. Now, that's an informational test for $450. If you want a legal test, it's $550. That's if you want to give it to, it's only $100 more. That's if you want to give it to your lawyer, you need to prove or disprove something legally. That's what it is. And also, they have an identity test. Let's just say you pass away, God forbid you pass away, and some child, someone comes in trying to say, I's Rodney Munker child. You leave your DNA there, and they can test that child.
Really?
And then, one can come lay claim to your big time money.
This is Freedom March.
You got it.
God save
Yes.
the King.
Yes.
God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save Ian Thomas.
That's me.
It's powerful.
It's definitely powerful.
Isn't it?
Definitely, sir.
Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back after the break. It's powerful today. Ian Thomas in the house.
See me on TV, that's
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And Bradley, do we have birthdays or
Yeah.
are we going to take Tanya call first?
She's not there? Okay. She's not there yet, so let's do some birthdays quickly. All right, so on top of the list, we have Felicia Ferguson. Felicia Ferguson is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to you. It's coming from all your family and friends. Happy birthday, Felicia Ferguson. Nicholas Jacks. You want to do that?
Yeah, my very good friend, Nicola Emmanuel Jack, he is celebrating his 70th birthday. And birthday greeting comes to him from his wife, Sister Gloria, and all of the children and grandchildren, and everybody who knows them, all of the members of the Breakfast Club. So, Brother Jax, happy birthday, and I look forward to joining you on Sunday for dinner. It's powerful.
Abby Wallace is celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to Abby Wallace. It's coming from your mother, Anishka, your sister and brothers, and of course, your Grammy Sharon. So happy birthday to Abby Wallace. Stalinska Brisson. Stalinska Brisson. Happy birthday goes out to you. It's coming from your family and friends and all those who love you. So happy birthday to Stalinska Brisson. So Kia, happy birthday to Kia from Dasha, Kimmy, and Mr. Seymour. So happy birthday, Kia. Dorinda is celebrating the birthday today. Happy birthday, shout out to Dorinda, who's celebrating the birthday today. Happy birthday from your family and friends, especially your two grandkids, Gabby and Micah. They love you. Happy birthday, Dorinda. Rakia Hunt is celebrating the birthday. We want to wish our daughter, Rakia Hunt, a happy birthday. It's coming from her mom, Libya, a dad, Rick Jr., a nana, Aunt Hunt, Grammy, Tracy, a Papa Rick Sr., and an Uncle Rashad Hunt. They love you. Enjoy your special day. Happy birthday, Rakia Hunt. A special shout out to Anastasia Brown. Congratulations to Anastasia Brown, better known as Chocolate, for winning Employee of the Year for 2024 at Comfort Sweets. It's coming from the company. They love you and appreciate you for being a part of a company, Comfort Sweets family. Your work is noticed and encouraged. So special shout out to Anastasia Brown. We also want to send a birthday shout out to the Renders, who celebrating birthday today. It's coming from a family and friends, especially the two children, Gabby and Micah. They love you lots. Oh, we did that already, eh? All right. So, do you have any other shout outs to do?
I merely want to join you in shouting out everyone.
Okay.
So, to all the people, them, it's powerful.
Indeed.
Do we hear from Tanya or do we pay an ad? Tanya, where's your gift that Tanya sent for you?
Oh, okay. So,
Yes.
are you talking about
Hello, Tanya?
the Shop Smart?
Yeah.
Okay, the Knockout Blackout 20% off store-wide. All clothing, any 4 items for $20. All era rugs and curtains, 30% off. All pots and pans, up to 50% off. All plate sets, up to 50% off. Everything Christmas is 25% off. So it's a huge stock clearance at Shop Smart department. They're located on Mackey Street, and you can phone them at 698-1051, 698-1052, or you can WhatsApp them at 813-4397. So it's a huge stock clearance sale, November the 29th through December the 6th, 2024 at Shop Smart. So they want you to shop early, shop often, and shop smart. November the 29th to December the 6th, 2024, the Knockout Blackout sale, 20% off everything store-wide.
And my spiritual advisor, as you can see,
there's
that
some
is-
pictures, yeah,
Yes,
of you.
Shanta. Tanya. Am I saying her name correctly?
Yeah.
Tanya. She presented those gifts, and one of them are for you, Mr. Coffee. Okay, so I want you to know. And Tanya, I thank you for the coffee Seth, and my
Yes,
spiritual advisor.
thank you so much, Tanya.
She asked me to present this to you.
All right. Thank you so
let
much,
the
Tanya.
record reflect
That you
Tanya
did turn in a
from
gift
the
to me.
Smart Shop.
Yes, from the Shop Smart.
From the Shop Smart. Here it is, the spiritual advisor. He's getting his
Mr. Coffee.
his coffee
And it actually
set.
has 9 pieces in this, man.
9 pieces.
Wow.
And my own is safely
Wow.
in the village.
So it's a tea kettle, then you have some
Yeah.
mugs.
So you can boil water, make coffee, make tea.
Right.
Do we have any other ad that we need to deal with?
Oh, that's a nice gift, Santa.
Of course.
I like that.
Yeah. So you
That's
better.
the coffee. Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah.
God
And
bless
thank
you.
Shop Smart.
And thank you, Shop Smart.
Yeah.
I appreciate the gift, Tanya. This is the first gift I've gotten in years from anybody, to say the least. So I appreciate you, Tanya. I normally give, but now somebody is giving something back to me.
Well,
which
the
is good.
scriptures say it is better to
To give than to receive.
Okay.
That's what Jesus said.
Okay.
That's powerful, eh?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, thank you so much, Shop Smart.
It's powerful.
Tanya. God bless you.
So, the ad.
Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available in the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your Max life.
It's powerful. Well, folks, we're not able to deal with it today. We'll deal with it tomorrow because yesterday, in the midst of all the political chaos in the Honorable House of Assembly, the minister responsible for national security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, tabled a special investigative bill that would deal with the investigation of corruption into the armed forces, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Defense Force, and then, of course, from the little that I was able to glimpse, there is also a provision to deal with a specific category of people. I want to read it more so I can talk about it, much more better than I'm doing. So hopefully by tomorrow I should be able to talk about it. And then, of course, we would have learned yesterday that the Prime Minister has named Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles as the next Commissioner of Police. And she is being appointed in the midst of a lot of corruption that is alleged to be in the Royal Bahamas Police Force and in the country. And she is being named at a point when the United States government has made some very serious allegation by its indictment of senior law enforcement officers. And so I spent most of the night thinking about those things and wondering, where is Ellison Greenslade? Show Ellison Greenslade pictures so people know who I am talking about. Ellison Greenslade is a former commissioner of police, and in the midst of the mess that the Royal Bahamas Police Force find itself in, and in view of the fact that Ellison Greenslade is still providing services to the Bahamas government, would it not be a wonderful idea if perhaps he was the consultant and or sent to national security as a veteran law enforcement officer, as a commissioner who has demonstrated during the time that he led the Royal Bahamas Police Force that he has been successful in keeping the police force out of this kind of international scandal. And so there are times when crisis erupts and you have to then reflect on new leadership, but also on old leadership, also on existing leadership. So in the midst of this, we know that Grain Slade is well qualified, and are we making a mistake by not having him play a significant role in cleaning up the mess in the police force? That has nothing to do with having a new commissioner of police. It doesn't interfere. But we're thinking about bringing in expertise. And I think Ellison Grain Slade would be a perfect person that the Prime Minister and his cabinet, the Minister of National Security, and others should reflect on, because this is crisis. And if I have to go into the record will show that when Hubert Ingram had moved to name Grain Slade, that's Ellison Grain Slade, as Commissioner of Police, and Marvin Dames as his assistant, before Ingram made the decision, he sent both of them outside of the country for special training. So Ellison Grain Slade was sent outside of the country simultaneously with Marvin Dames. Then, when they graduated, Hubert Ingram, now looking at their successes, recognized that Ellison Grain Slade was the man to become Commissioner of Police. Marvin was the man to be his deputy, and everything went on all right. So I thought to set up my spiritual advisor. You may now open up the line, as it is 20 days before Christmas. Go ahead.
20 days? Today's the 5th?
Today's the 5th. It's
Well,
Brother
time's
Jack's
going
birthday.
fast, eh? Wow.
Yeah.
So so the lines are open: 323-7775-698-0775 and 698-0776. So call us so we can engage in conversation. The lines are open. The numbers are 323-7775-698-0775-698-0776. We have any calls? They need to bring him back. They need to bring Marvin Dames back.
No, they mean Ellison Grain Slade.
Oh.
Jesus have mercy.
They just say him. I didn't know who the him was referring to.
Oh, my spiritual advisor, you're too political,
Yes,
man.
they need to bring Marvin Dames
Grain
back
Slade,
to head the police
Grain
force.
Slade never acts political. Not that he doesn't understand the politics.
We have any calls? Okay, welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon, Bradley and Rodney.
afternoon, sir.
Bradley and Rodney, y'all ever heard of saying the Feds could indict a ham sandwich? That's it. This is, sometimes they just trick you because they want you to put pressure on you. I watched them listen to the inquiry, and they indict Nigel Bowe, who he never get catch with drugs, but they wanted him to lie on Finland. That's what they do. But we've listened to the whole case. The whole case is with Haddock and Trump. So we have to wait for the case. We cannot freak out because he got indicted. We have to do it easily with the grand jury. Now we have to see how they do it if they're real facts. See, everybody freaking out, but that's the fake. They can indict a ham sandwich on a bad, slow day.
Which is, excuse me, hold on, young man.
Okay.
Okay, let's take another call.
Cut that. Cut that.
You can't be serious.
Cut that. Don't take no more call. I have breaking news. It's sad news. Oswald Marshall, a stalwart in the Free National Movement and one of the leaders of the Free National Movement Action Group. I'm receiving reports that he has died. It is tragic. It's very emotional. I've known Oswald Marshall. You know Oswald Marshall,
Yeah,
my
of
spiritual
course.
advisor.
Yeah, man.
He's a member of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, definitely, for years.
It is shocking. I had just learned a day or two ago that he had a major piece of surgery. Oswald, I think, was born in 1935. So that would make him about 89 years old. It is tragic. In 1986, shortly after the death of the Progressive Liberal Party Member of Parliament for St. Barnabas, that would be the late Sinclair Olton, that Pinling had called a by-election, and a major controversy developed. I can't remember what the controversy was, but it evolved where the late Sir Clement T. Maynard and the late Sir Kendall Isaac, somehow they must have met at the airport. There was one big political breakdown that was taking place. I don't know if that was the second by-election, because there was the first by-election, and the FNM challenged the PLP's victory, which was led by Dr. Matthew Rose. And I think the FNM was successful in getting the court to overturn it and ordering a new election. And there was supposed to be a big breakdown on Bay Street. And something happened, and Isaac and Sir Clement Maynard decided that, I think Isaac had suggested to Sir Clement that if the PLP didn't show up to Bay Street in protest, the FNM would back down. Something along that line. How do I know these things? I was in the meeting, and the late Oswald Marshall and the late Rodney Brennan and we were opposed to it. So they set me up to go to the meeting and challenge Sir Orville and Sir Kendall Isaac on that decision. So we had one major breakdown. I'm bringing it up merely to show you the connection that I had with Oswald Marshall. He was a very dynamic political force in the FNM's action group, along with George Wilson and a number of others whose name I won't bother to call. I regret that I don't have a photograph of Oswald Marshall, but he emerged as a meritorious council member of the Free National Movement. So I'm receiving all kinds of people who are now telling me Oswald Marshall is dead. Yes, I have been informed that he has died, so it's tragic. You can help me by sending me a picture of him. So it's sad. Oswald Marshall. There are other things I can tell you, but I don't want to upset things. Maybe tomorrow, as I get over the emotionalism of hearing that Oswald has died. I do recall when he turned 80, he threw a big birthday party and had quite a number of interesting politicians who attended the party. But he's dead. So, you know Oswald, my spiritual advisor?
Yes, I've sat down with him on numerous occasions and had discussions with him, Sander.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So, a stalwart in the Free National Movement. All right. Anyway, how many more minutes we got? We had 9 more minutes.
You have any more calls on the line? Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Caller, you there? Did we lose that call? Street to Street. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Did we lose that call? Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes, good evening, spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Okay.
And Mr. Sam Cox?
Hey, Mr. Peter Cox.
Hey, all is well. And I hear you talk about Obi Marshall. You know, very good man. He was the one who introduced me to the FNM.
Wow, that's
Obi
powerful.
Marshall. Loved the man to death. But Mr. Monka, I didn't call about that. But I convey my condolences to the family. I noticed that the Exuma community now just got a fire truck.
Okay.
And I'm going to send them 20-inch-and-a-half hoses tomorrow.
You will
So
send.
to can help them to help protect that community.
That's great. And of course, the person who made that significant contribution is my understanding that he intends to donate a second fire truck. So that's wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, it's good, you know. And I know if they need any training down there, we have capable people down there who would be able to train them.
Okay.
And to help not only Exuma, you know, but you have the other family islands. Once they get a fire truck, we'd be glad to go down there to assist them with their training and to help those communities out.
That's very commendable on your part. That's great. So I
Well,
thank
anyhow,
you.
y'all be good.
Yeah.
Enjoy your show. And looking forward to having my moment of silence this evening in reference to my good friend, Brother Obi Marshall.
Yeah, it's very sad to learn of his death.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hi, Spiritual Advisor
Yes, ma'am.
and Mr. Monker.
Hello.
Spiritual Advisor, I'm going to address this to you to turn on to Rodney. Since Rodney wants to attack Shannon Brown for this accountability of the money, to ask him to give us an accountability, ask the Prime Minister to give us an accountability of all the travel expenses. And secondly, if they fired the Commissioner of Police, Wayne Monroe should have been fired because he would have known all about the crime that was happening. He was given the commissioner directive. So why hasn't his resignation been placed on the table?
Okay. All right, caller.
So let Senator answer those questions. Wayne Monroe should have been the first one fired and ask the Prime Minister to give us an accountability of all of his traveling he's done in the last 3 years with the people's money, and then go and attack Shannon Brown.
All right. Thank you so much, caller. I appreciate you. You care to respond?
Next phone call.
Okay, so there's a photo of Obi Marshall.
Yes, this is Oswald Obi Marshall, a hero in the Bahamas, a man who supported Pinley, Hannah, Clement Maynard, and the old revolutionary leaders in the early days. He also was a former general manager at the British colonial Hilton. And of course, he eventually did become a part of the FNM. And he was among those men who helped to organize the radical arm of the Free National Movement, the Action Group. So, he has been holding a low key due to age and due to the fact that he had 1 or 2 chronic diseases. But he's a great man, and we shall miss Oswald Marshall. Yeah.
We got a call. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, how are you?
I am fine, my dear. What's on your mind?
Right. No, I would like to send,
Yes.
on behalf of Shelley Camp's family, her mother, Samantha Camp, her father, Valence, all her aunts, her uncle, cousins, and her grandmother. I would like to wish her a happy 7th birthday,
This is
as well as
wonderful.
congratulations
Yes.
for having been the top student in her grade for this term. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Shirley.
And we join you in wishing her a happy birthday. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so to the last caller that called the show, we think you may have libeled the Minister of National Security by saying things that may be untrue towards him. And so we want to retract that caller's statement from this station. So
tomorrow we'll deal with that. God save the Minister of National Security. May slanderers be liars. May liars be cast in the political fire. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save our King, King Charles III, and the entire royal family.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those